Welcome to the Inter Realms, a Minecraft podcast where we rewind, replay, and recap the adventures of the Inter Realms Community SMP. We are your co-hosts. I'm SirBercilak.
And I'm TheTimidTerry, and we are excited to bring you part 2 of our special episode, Inter Realms 2024 Wrapped.
Okay, I feel like this has been long enough. Can we introduce Turtle now?
Yes. Turtle has been an incredible addition to our team, and she joined us in July of 2024. I can't believe it's already been 6 months since she joined us.
I know.
She had been around the community for quite some time, and I think she came in through Cobble, right?
I believe so, yes.
But she's added a lot of really, really cool stuff to the Inter Realms server.
And the A-Team.
And the A-Team, yes. She's been a huge help to all of our big projects. We are very happy to have Turtle Divas on the server and helping us out with several community projects, which we'll talk about a little bit later.
Did she have anything to do with Troj's duck problem? I don't actually know who did that.
His quackatastrophe.
Yes.
Good question. You know what? So here's what I know. Troj walked into his lovely mega base in progress, under construction,
Coming soon,
and walked up to a group of ducklings, whatever that's called. Somebody in the comments tell us what that's called. He walked up to a group of ducklings and some large ducks sitting at his base waiting for him. I don't know to this day who did that.
That was great.
I think there may have been, there's definitely some pranksters amongst our ranks here on the Inter Realms server. And a lot of them come up with really great ideas. Not so much a prank, but did you happen to catch the stream where Cubsy thought he could be real sneaky as a Spooky Sunday stream? And you know what he was doing?
Was he playing Phasmophobia?
Well, they were all playing Phasmophobia together, but he happened to be also on the Inter Realms server, building in the middle of a Phas game.
Well, that just proves he can't ever stop playing Minecraft.
He must be addicted.
He might be.
We should probably get him some help and...
some more resources.
Yeah, all he needs is 5 more minutes, though, right?
Yep.
Funny to see Cubsy, though, loving Inter Realms, loving Minecraft so much that he feels the need to play 2 games at once. Speaking of Minecraft all the time, I will say one of the things that really picked back up the server is in August when we updated to 1.21 finally.
I forgot about that. I know we updated, but I forgot that it was such a big thing.
Yeah, 1.21 came with trial chambers.
That's right.
And the new
armor trims and the weapon.
Yep. A lot of really cool stuff came in 1.21. And we were finally able to update the server in August, which was so exciting. We had folks running all around the server, getting up to all sorts of shenanigans, as to be expected. But a lot of those shenanigans came in the trial chambers.
Yes. Well, those air bursts, whatever they are so fun. That's the single best edition.
Do you remember when Chemist was trying to get the advancement for the new wind burst?
That was great.
He was trying so hard to get the advancement. I forget exactly the achievement. I forget exactly what it is.
You have to jump and then use it to propel you or something. You have to time it just right.
Yeah, some kind of up in the air. And he tried for a long time, an hour, let's say, on his stream. He was trying. Everybody else was getting it. He wasn't getting it. And there is a great clip out there of him finally getting it after, I believe, he took all of his clothes off.
Getting naked does help.
Seems to be the secret to all success, at least in Minecraft.
At least on the Inter Realms, yes. You can't solve it, get naked.
You heard it here first, folks. On the Inter Realms server, if you can't solve a problem, all you gotta do is take your clothes off and that should solve it. Just kidding, this is not real advice. It was funny to see some of the, things that were happening in the trial chambers. I know we went around a couple of times, but one of the funniest things I think that I saw happen was when Troj was going around stealing everyone's loot.
I think I did that to you too, but yeah, that was great.
He managed to steal loot straight out of the ominous chests after Jurassic's put his key in and stole every bit of Jurassic's loot. Dino Man must not have been happy.
Oh no. Wasn't he also stealing Mika's loot? Is he just stealing everybody's loot that time?
I think he was stealing everybody's loot. He stole Mika's heavy core, didn't he, for the new weapon?
Yeah, I think he did.
I do believe he gave everything back, but this just goes to show, don't trust Woodman.
Yeah. There was also a live stream weekend, wasn't there? I barely remember this. What did we do for that?
Ooh.
Oh, wait, was that the mini golf?
Yes, mini games live stream weekend celebrating Inter Realms' 4th birthday, actually. I know you and I are still, relative newbies in terms of length of time on the server, but
yes,
the fact that this has hit 4 years is incredible.
I don't think many servers go for that many years.
They don't. And of course, we've had a couple of, worlds along the way, but there are still a good handful of our content creators and players who have been here since the very beginning.
Or returned from season 3, like Swing Pie.
Ooh, he did come back in August, didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, very cool to see some returning players come back and join us on World 4 as well. But that live stream weekend was an absolute blast. We got up to so many shenanigans while we were building things, while we were hanging out with all of our friends, and even making a bunch of new friends.
Yeah. Do you remember like 3 days before where we got no sleep though?
Yes. Who was it? It had to have been you and me, Cobble,
Turtle,
Otter.
Doylan was there for some of it.
And there may have been a couple of others as well. But we were grinding out the area because we invited a ton of guests to join us for the live stream weekend. And it was a chance for us to show off the Inter Realms server, to show off all of the hard work and the incredible builds and atmosphere that is created by our players. And I will say, I think that's the hardest I've laughed and the most fun I've had on my time on the Inter Realms server so far.
Oh yeah, that was a lot of fun, and it still gets used. People still go on the lazy river to like today.
True. You'd think that a lazy river in a mini games area wouldn't get that much traction, but everyone loved it.
And that was Turtle.
Yep, Turtle did an amazing job on her lazy river. We spent many a time down there hanging out with our new friends, connecting, forming bonds and relationships, and several of those folks ended up kind of making their way into our world a little bit more, and some of them have even joined us on the server since then.
And then there was Troge just lazy around the river. I don't know if he was AFK or what, but he was just like riding that for like 2 hours, not doing nothing.
That was his favorite place to be. I think he said he was going to start taking meetings while he hung out on the lazy river.
I would do that.
It's a calming experience. One that I highly recommend. If you haven't been on it, if you're a player, you haven't been on it, definitely go check it out. And if you're listening and do have a chance to watch some of the Inter Realms players streaming or on YouTube, definitely you'll want to ask them to show you that, because it is absolutely beautiful.
We might have to make that a redeem on our Twitch or something, because that's great.
Ooh, a lazy river redeem? That's a great idea.
I mean, Troge has his diggy hole. Why don't we have lazy river? We could take it from him right now.
True. I think, speaking of diggy hole, he had a really nice surprise, and I believe it was still in August, that he had a really nice surprise with one of his diggy holes.
I was there for this. This is great.
It was really funny to watch as he knew he was getting set up.
You got to explain diggy hole if you haven't seen it. It's a redeem on Twitch, and you pick a specific chunk, and then within the chunk, a specific square. And he digs straight down, and you vote on if he lives or dies. If he dies, you get points. If he lives, that sort of thing. And Cobble redeemed it, and what happened?
He walked up, she told him exactly which chunk for him to go in. There was a grass patch with one flower right in the middle. And this is in the middle of a stone-covered area. And he goes, "Oh no, I think I've been set up." Starts digging down, and sure enough, he had been set up. But when he fell, He didn't die. Instead,
Did he find the shoe he's been missing for years?
Cobble K set him up and pulled a really nice prank by making a shoe in under his base. And if you haven't heard the Troge shoe story, definitely check him out on Twitch. Try to catch one of his streams or catch him on Discord. Link in the description below. Catch him and ask him about the shoe story, and he will tell you, because this was a very nice nod to a pretty wholesome story. And again, it's always fun to see our fellow Inter Realmers pranking one another, tastefully, of course.
Yes. And it out of nowhere. Like normally you expect, it's like right in the open. It's not a subtle little flower, just out of nowhere. That was great. Nobody saw her over there either.
No, she managed to do it almost entirely under the radar.
So since we've had all these events, the update, the live stream weekend, we took it easy, right? We didn't go nuts on another build.
Well,
we had a break.
I wish we could say that. Unfortunately, or fortunately for us, our Inter Realmers are crazy good builders and love to keep themselves busy. And I think it was September then that we really started prepping for the Halloween district and the build competition that would come in October.
Before we get into that, though, with all the joking going on, me calling Troge Papa and everything, did someone else start that? I feel like I'm not the first.
I think there was a lot of Papa and Daddy going around at the time for whatever reason.
And it wasn't me.
It wasn't you. I think it all started, what do they call it? Trojelish? Troge was speaking Trojelish.
Sounds about right.
On one of his streams. And he was trying to talk about Chemist and Copper. And somehow he managed to call Chemist Papa. Just like Kappa.
Yup.
Papa rhymes with Kappa, and so Chemist became Papa.
And neither of them are from Chicago. I don't know how it slipped up, but it worked.
Somehow it's continued to spread to this day.
Although now Troge is Papa.
True.
Should I call Chemist Papa? Maybe.
I wouldn't recommend it. Although, now with him moving to the other...
Land Down Under?
The Down Under. Maybe it's time for a name change.
Might be.
Petition for Chemist to change his name to Papa Chemist.
It sounds weird.
I'm in favor.
I'd allow it.
We'll have to start a vote on the server.
Oh, before we get too far in the Halloween, though, we need another player.
Did we have new players in September?
One new player.
Who was that?
That would be Turtle Skin.
Yes, Umbra Dragonwolf did join us to be able to hang out with everybody. I think that she watched Turtle having so much fun on the server for the couple of months that Turtle had joined us and really wanted to be part of the fun.
All the shenanigans?
All the shenanigans. And I have seen since then, I know she's done, Umbra has done a couple of streams as well. So
yes.
Really cool to see, all of us helping to support one another and chase the content creator dream. Speaking of content creators and new friends, October was pretty cool with our Halloween competition because, again, we had a chance to invite on some guests and meet some new people.
Yeah, spoiler alert, some of them might join us.
We had a really good time with the Halloween build competition. Special shout out to Troge, Cobble K, Turtle Divas, The Blind Cubsy, and Pixie for helping to create the Halloween build competition area. They put a lot of time in September and leading up to October to make a really immersive area.
It's amazing.
I still can't believe the quality of those builds.
You have to see it. It's insane.
What's your favorite part?
Honestly, so just inside the area before you get to where the builds are, there's a floating eyeball with like tentacles, and I never would have thought of how to build it, but it looks so cool.
Yeah, there was a lot of really spooky decorations kind of throughout the area. Troge had his haunted mansion, and I believe that eye was in front of the haunted mansion.
Yes. Next to the button that I couldn't push.
Yes. We also had a couple of pumpkin builds throughout the area, a lot of custom trees, which looked incredible. The entire area was terraformed so beautifully. And on top of that, we had Cobble's Witch Hut. We had Turtle coming in again with a nice entrance into this entire area.
And Troge bribed her.
Yep, another version of her working lazy river. So that was really cool. And basically over the top of all of this, we had a huge pixie build.
The castle with the dragon.
Yes, the dragon
It's huge.
bones. So cool to be able to fly through the bones of the dragon.
Yes, right through the wings. It's so great.
Yeah. Very, very incredible stuff. And Cubsy worked really hard as well on the walls of the Halloween build competition area so that we would have really nice plots set out for all of the Inter Realms players and our guests who signed up to be part of the build competition.
This was fun, but I'm not a builder. But I'm glad I had a hand in this. Doylan's display. He had no idea what he was doing, and I knew exactly what I was doing, and I planned this out, and I am not a builder, so it sucked. And I gave up on it. And I was like, here, Doylan, try this. Like, look at this picture. And he did it, and he did such a good job. It is exactly what I envisioned. It was so great, and I'm glad he won.
Yeah. Can you explain exactly what that vision was that you had?
So I was browsing Facebook, because why not? And there's this inflatable of a UFO abducting a cow. And I was like, oh, that's cool. For whatever reason, that's me on Halloween. That's my Halloween. That right there. Abductions, that kind of thing. I was like, I'm doing this. And I could not figure out how to do it. There was also the glass fog thing that Trosh was doing. I was trying to do that too, and it just wasn't working. None of it was working. I was like, okay, whatever. So Doylan gets it. He's got this huge UFO with like lights that go around it. He's got cows strung up so they're bouncing like they're getting abducted. There's like, it's amazing.
It is. And his title too, Abduction of the Moo Possels. And every single one of the cows was named Moo Possel. And I thought that was such a unique and creative idea.
Yes.
So much so that he actually won the award for the most creative and unique display.
That makes me so happy.
It was really cool to see, you know, from hearing you talk about it and then kind of seeing it come to life with Doylan's build. I think he did a really, really great job.
Yeah.
We had a lot of really, really cool builds. And, you know, if you haven't had a chance to check them out, highly recommend trying to get your eyes on those, whether that's through a streamer or through your own eyes. But I just want to mention some of the winners because we had some really, really cool builds that were done. Best themed build. The Troge, taking this category, he created, his build was called the Ferryman of the Damned. It was a ghost lighthouse, and it was built almost entirely out of glass, which I know he regretted as he was building it.
Yes.
But it turned out so cool, so spooky and ghost-like, and it really just kind of had that glow that you think of with ghosts and Halloween. We also had a couple of really cool redstone contraptions and integrations within builds. Several of the builds itself included some kind of redstone. We had a lot of sound-based stuff, so a lot of redstone to set up different sounds, things like that. But Minor Thoughts and Reimagined put together a carnival ride that actually went through several dimensions.
Yeah, we had a space limit and they circumvented it, and it was great. I would never have thought of that.
Their carnival ride was so cool to be able to get in and see the intricate redstone work and the brain behind Minor Thoughts, right? He's got this really cool knack for making these types of contraptions work. And then seeing what Reimagined could do with all of the armor stand work, and how it's amazing to me to see how armor stands can be used in so many different ways.
Yes. Especially, did you see Otters?
Oh, yes. Otters build the summoning ritual. The Otter General built a really cool display and ended up winning the award for the best armor stand usage.
That was so many armor stands. I didn't realize it was armor stands.
It was crazy. Do you have any idea? Do you remember how many armor stands she used?
No.
I think she told us at one point, and I'm not going to remember the exact number, but it was impressive. And looking at the creature that she created inside of this, summoning circle that already was full of armor stands. The centerpiece to it all had tons and tons of armor stands with very intricate movings to make this creature come to life.
Again, I don't play enough Minecraft, clearly, because I never would have thought of that.
I definitely took some really good ideas and tips and tricks away from seeing what people could do in this competition. One of the things I thought was really cool was the Snackula build by DTG and Caspass.
It was right next to me. I had no idea what it was till it was done.
Did you have a chance to go through theirs?
I don't remember if I did. I might have. No, I wasn't sure. I didn't because I wasn't sure and they weren't on to explain it.
So if I remember correctly, theirs was primarily a parkour style challenge. So you jump into the mouth of Snackula and end up going through a bunch of parkour challenges to be able to get out of there. I don't think I ever finished it. I don't think I was able to.
That's what it was. You had to do it or you died or something, and they had so many levels that I wasn't jumping in there. That's what it was. Because I was doing a secret project at the time.
I will tell you though, when someone puts in the rules that you need to turn your darkness down, you're in for a spooky time.
Yes.
Very, very cool display that they had, and their ability to work together as siblings when you're young can be a hard thing. But what they were able to come up with was really cool and definitely deserved the Best Interactivity Award, which they did get.
Was there a guest display too? Because we had guests.
Ooh, yes. So we had several guests join us for the Halloween build competition as well. I think we had around 5 or 6 guests: Pyfro, Cayenne, AJ, Endershark, Diddy, and potentially a few others as well. But we had them on for the entire month of October, and that was really cool to be able to get to know some of them. And that was some of our first interactions with Diddy.
It was. Spoiler alert, we took him to the A-team.
We sure did. But overall, each of them did do a display for the competition as well. We had a best guest display category, and Pyfro actually won that with his abandoned medical center.
Did you look at that one?
I did get a chance to walk through it, and he prefaced it and told us that it was very eerie. That was kind of where the spook factor came in, is it was very eerie feeling, and I always felt like something was going to kind of pop around the corner.
It's very Walking Dead-ish.
It did feel exactly like that. He did a really incredible job on both the exterior and the interior, but coming up with ways to make it look on a small scale like a medical center.
We aren't on this list though, are we? Because I haven't heard my name.
Well, you see, we did have one special award category, the best overall display. And this did get awarded to my very own build, which was a haunted house, an interactive ride-through haunted house. Terry's Terrifying Train Ride.
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that. Terry's Terrifying Train Ride got the most votes in total across multiple categories. But I have to give a huge shout out because I could not have done this without help from my friends. Cobble K helped me a whole bunch. Diddy helped me with some of the decorating. Enzyme and Cayenne helped me with some of the redstone and some of the decorating as well. And of course...
And SB picked on you.
SB was there for...
chaos support.
I don't know if I can call it moral support. Chaos support. Yes, that's much more accurate. But it was really cool to be able to, see everybody come together and help me out. And seriously,
that was a lot of fun.
Thank you to everyone. It was a lot of fun, but I could not have done it. I could not have finished that build without the help of my friends.
And then I made you cry with mine.
That's true. Yours, your tribute to some of our fallen celebrity friends was a real tearjerker.
There's still a spoiler in there that nobody has guessed. There's a name that is not a celebrity that nobody knows.
Ooh. I also have to go check it out sometime.
Yes.
There were a lot more builds in the Halloween area. A lot of really cool, some that were just kind of walk up and see, some that were interactive, some that had redstone. a couple of people did very similar style builds. So Graveyard was a common one that, we saw a couple of people try to do, but everybody was different.
Nightmare Before Christmas was definitely there. Nobody panic.
Yes.
It's got to be there.
Before Christmas was a Mikola display. Very nice. Callback to a previous season as well. We had a lot of fun in October. And, as at least here in the Northern Hemisphere, as things start to get colder, and especially coming off such a big month in October, I think we settled down a little bit in November.
No, we kidnapped a couple people.
That's true. We did have several new players, and all of them came from our guest event in October. So we officially in November had Pyfro join us. Cayenne Cookie joined us, and Diddy Brown joined us as well.
And Diddy went straight into my castle. He's A-team.
He somehow weaseled his way straight in under our noses.
And under our castle. He's building like right next to my castle. It's great.
Yeah. It's been really cool to see, some folks join, I guess, a little bit later into the year, right?
Yeah.
November, we're almost 8 months or so into the server. But to see them come on and the interactions that they've had, the connections they've made, some of the builds that they've done already has been really, really awesome.
Yes.
I know Diddy's been hard at work at his base near our area, which I'm really excited to see come to fruition.
I'm glad we grabbed so many beacons, because I had like 47-ish beacons, and he's taken about half of them for that build. It's nuts.
He's got some ambitious goals. It's already turning out so cool.
Yes, it is.
Very colorful.
Oh, rounding out November, I don't think you were there for this. I think you slept in, didn't wake up early. Something happened. We played Guess the Block.
Guess the Block.
Not only did we play Guess the Block, I stayed up late for this. Doylan woke up for this, and I'm gonna call him out. He may have been partying the night before a little bit, so he woke up and he was just out of it. He was half asleep the whole time, and it was great because he ended up winning.
So this was Guess the Block. That's one of the mini games, right?
Yes, it's like Guess Who, but with Minecraft blocks.
And who made that mini game?
Kimmiston Elaney, I believe. It's got a red something, so you push a button and it there's a dial that spins. It's beyond my comprehension, but it pops you up a block, and each one has a different block potentially, and you try to guess their block. And there's levers that you can put down to get them. You've got a ref overseeing it all. It got to the point where we were, how Guess Who works. Do they have red hair? Do they have freckles? Minecraft would be like, is this overworld spawning? That sort of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
It got to the point we were running out of questions. He was exhausted. I was like falling asleep almost. We were just like, is it this block? Is it gold block? Is it kelp block? Like that's how the tournament was won. It was gold.
That's awesome.
It was so much fun.
Get to the point of just guessing the actual block itself instead of the qualities related.
Yes.
How cool.
We should do a stream just of that. We could do minigame streams.
Ooh.
We could show these off.
I think that's the hope, or part of the goal with the tournament that we had for the Guess the Block challenge. We had these amazing mini games that were created, back in August, and we want to continue using them. So absolutely, I think anytime we bring on guests, right, we love to go over to the mini games area because it's a nice, fun thing to do with them. But having these tournaments, playing it on stream, hopefully there will be more of them and we can see more of the mini games.
Okay, we've done a couple big builds. We've had live stream weekend. We've had the Halloween build. Surely at this point we're done building, right? We can just relax.
If only we could put down the blocks, but our players are relentless. They love to build. December, they got straight into the holiday area and our holiday district. Cobble K, Otter, and Elaney were the big supporters here. And I'll tell you, it was so funny to kind of see their thought process as they were planning for what was going into the holiday district. We talked about keeping plans small, and gosh, we did anything but that.
I think I saw a spoiler of this early on because I was on Cobble's Creative World doing a bridge with her, and I saw a train. She wouldn't talk about it. Did she use this train?
Well, what did the train look like?
like a Hogwarts Express.
Ooh, she did. I think that the train made its way onto the server and was nicely named the Inter Realms Express.
That seems fitting.
Beautiful, incredible, amazing build by Cobble, as always. Tons of time put into this really, really cool looking train, and it became the basis of the entire Holiday District area, but there was a lot more builds in there.
I get to claim credit this time because I helped her get sand because she used so much glass on that she needed more. That and the Santa display with all the magical Christmas magic coming out of it, out of the chimney, that was so much more glass than you'd ever. The Santa's Workshop has the stacks with the glass coming out that's different colored.
Santa's Workshop, yes.
That was 3 trips of glass. That was a lot.
Yeah. Santa's Workshop, the colored smokestacks that are coming out of that. It's amazing to see, how much glass and blocks you use, right?
Yes.
We talk about this a lot. You make something in creative and then bring it into survival and don't realize the amount of materials and the fact that you have to actually gather those.
Yes.
You know whose build that happened with?
Whose?
The build that Mika created for the Holiday District.
I have heard of this one.
I have to give Mika a little bit of shame for this one because he created the schematic and we had some folks help actually put it on the server. And he used, what was it? Stripped birch wood. Not the logs, but the wood. And that required 25% more effort.
At least 25% more.
Yeah, it was quite enjoyable though to actually kind of just watch Mika's build get created. I didn't know what it looked like before we started working on the schematic, and to watch it come together was pretty cool.
That's always the best part. I built one for Otter because she was sick at the time. I had no idea what it was. Turned out great. Looks awesome.
Yeah. We have some really talented people and, some helping hands like you and I to do the dirty work. We had a couple other displays in that Holiday District as well. So we had the train, we had Mika's gingerbread house, and the Santa's Workshop. We mentioned those. There was a couple other things though too, right?
There was a couple other houses. The big thing that nobody told me about is they were hiding things the whole time. Nobody clued me in. I didn't get a little helping hand, nothing.
They were hiding things. What kind of things?
Shulker boxes, maybe chests. Did you do the candy cane treasure hunt?
The candy cane treasure hunt? No, I didn't have time to do it, unfortunately.
It took me 4 hours. They hid them so well.
So, okay, tell us a little bit more about this candy cane hunt.
So apparently they hid, I think it was 14 hats trimmed like candy canes. And if you gather them all, you get a crown, but you have to find them all. So you have to flip panels in houses to find them. There's some that are just in the ground and they look like the grass around it, under trees that may have been created. It is a pain to find them all, and I found them all.
That's impressive. I cannot say the same. I, like I said, didn't have a chance to do it, unfortunately.
I was going to make you do it on stream, but you have a social life. How dare you?
The holidays are a busy time. What can I say?
That's fair.
We did have, a little bit less activity just with everybody enjoying time with their families. But the lead up to, the time around the holidays was really cool to see people on and helping. We also had some a winter market with a bunch of shops selling various different things. I believe there was hot cocoa and candy canes and a couple of items that you could find at these shops there, and the Winter Wonderland as well with the ice skating rink.
Yes, I may have spent like 20 minutes there when I was decompressing from finding things.
It's a good place to relieve stress.
It is.
We also had Minor Thoughts put his spin in here as well with a nod to a famous movie.
There's no fun not having an Easter egg on there. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Yes.
Everybody has to watch it every year for Christmas. Terry, did you watch it?
Ooh, I didn't watch it this year.
Rude.
I know. Ugh, I failed.
At least you watched Iron Man this year.
That's true, but there's always next year. It was really cool to see him create the house from the movie. And also the RV. I mean, you had to have the RV there. Very cool to see that happen. And next door to him, Dwaylen also put a build in.
I didn't see his done. What did he do?
He had a Yule log cabin that he created, which kind of looked like almost like a big log, which was pretty cool. Kind of a different take on it. And dragonflies helped with the interior. I know she's helped with the interior on a couple of different builds. She helped us with our mini game in August as well. She's got some really great work, some really great skills with interior design and some pieces to really make the inside of a build feel like it comes together.
We also did Secret Santa too. Don't forget that. Or die. That's fine. You good?
Hold on one sec.
That's staying in.
I got too excited.
I heard that.
I got too excited about Secret Santa. Yes, we did do Secret Santa, and that was a lot of fun. That was throughout the whole month of December. Anybody who wanted to participate got assigned somebody to secretly get a gift for, and everybody dropped those off by the end of the month and then had a chance to open them. And I actually only saw a couple of the gifts.
There was, so my gift wasn't there, spoiler alert, because you know this. I was playing once and I was told, do not go to my base until I am streaming, which naturally scares me because I'm a prankster. Do you know what I saw when I went to my base?
What did you find?
Someone, and I thought it was Cayenne Cookie, but people keep saying no. Someone made me a 2D pixel art standing straight up next to my castle of Iron Man's head.
And there might have been short, timid Terry looking and pointing up at Iron Man as well. Personally, that was my favorite part of it.
Oh, that is. And that's why someone made it big again, Terry, and I put it back down to being short because that's how Terry is. But it's the best part. And I don't know if you know this or not. I play Minecraft a lot, like on consoles and stuff. And the main thing I used to do back then was pixel art. So that was especially cool to me.
That's very cool. And for how much you love Iron Man.
I do.
Pretty cool. I mean, I would have been disappointed if somebody got you something other than Iron Man.
Yes. So do you want to say what your Secret Santa was to somebody?
Oh, what I got for somebody?
What did you get for somebody?
Yeah, I can share. I had Mika as my Secret Santa to give, and I wanted to help him fill out his wolf pack. And so we went and gathered all of the new Minecraft wolf types from the various different biomes and brought them back, got a bunch of dog armor and some dye as well, and gave that all to Mika as his Secret Santa present so that he could dress and deck out his wolf army however he likes.
And did you get a Secret Santa present?
I did get a Secret Santa present. I got a crab in a
terrarium sort of thing.
It was a really cool looking crab.
Crab in a jar.
And a crab in a jar, yes. Crab in a jar will live in my mushroom village base forever. I'm never moving.
You can't have mine. I got Enzyme, and Enzyme is like me. We have everything. We've got netherite, we've got diamonds coming out our ears, everything. So what do you get him? What would you get him, Terry?
That's a hard one. That is not an easy one to think of something for.
Well, I, being the hoarder that I am, have 37 tabs open. And one of them, for me, was a personal item. For me, we went and got netherite, and I was going to make me Deadpool armor. Well, I made it for him instead. He got Deadpool armor.
Enzyme got Deadpool armor, and he looked really good in it.
It is leather armor painted, and you use netherite on the leather. It is so expensive, but it was so worth it.
Wow.
And that's right before Deadpool and Wolverine came out. But right after? No, I think it was right before.
Right after, I believe.
Right. I did it before, but it was after when the movie came out. Okay.
You know, it feels wrong to put netherite on leather armor. That so good. Feels like such a waste.
So good.
That's how you know you've made it big.
Yes. Well, I may have also made it. I made a couple of my own Secret Santas because Jurassic's always falls and stuff, and he doesn't have netherite. How are you going to be on A team and not have netherite? So I got him set up with some netherite. I may or may not have gotten Cobble set up in netherite armor because, again, wandering on diamond, she fell into the end with the armor. She has the head and that's it.
Oh no. Oh, that's so sad.
It is. It hurts. She has the tools though, so it's fine.
Yeah, I think we had a few people giving out extra gifts and stuff. And, you know, I think that's pretty cool to see people just genuinely enjoying the company of others and wanting to share their appreciation and love with, you know, for that person as a gift. It was really cool, very humbling to see everybody get and give gifts to one another.
Well, there was one other thing I did because you said that I had to put a tree up. I put a tree up in the castle. That was for you. You're welcome.
Thank you. I haven't seen it yet.
It's been there for a month.
Listen, December was a crazy month, okay?
There was one good thing that came out of it.
There was, oh gosh, what a long player meeting that we had.
I told my wife, I was like, it'll be an hour or two. It's fine. Like, because it's like, it's a bunch of people talking. It's okay. I think that was 4 hours.
Yeah. Our player meetings are jam-packed with information, but also tend to be, I don't know, pretty fun if you ask me. I think the chatter that goes on, you know, just through chat, right? Because we have so many people, but
yes.
Just to see some of the chatter that goes on in the chat is really funny. And it's even funnier when someone forgets to mute themselves.
Yes, it is.
And they say something like, tired, big meeting, long time, need to pee. And somehow that becomes the quote of the year and some of the best merch that we've ever sold.
Not only were they not muted, they found the spot where everybody paused, so it was clear as day.
Shout out to Stevel for
the shirt hanging in my closet,
giving us some comedic relief for sure, as we did have a big meeting, long time, and probably also need to pee.
We did. I can vouch for that one.
And that about wraps it up. That brings us to most of, or a good chunk of, all of the stuff that happened in 2024. I don't know about you, but I've had a really good time going back and reminiscing on all of the fun and interesting adventures that we had this year.
And the shenanigans.
Always the shenanigans, always the chaos.
All of the chaos.
But it has been really cool to go through all of this, to share it all with you, our audience. I speak for myself, and I think I speak for my co-host here in saying that we're really excited to bring back the Inter Realms podcast and be able to share with everyone all of the fun stuff that happens on the Inter Realms server. We will be back from here with monthly updates on all things Inter Realms. So make sure to check us out. Make sure to follow along with the podcast wherever you listen. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment if you're on YouTube. Let us know your thoughts. If you have any feedback, we're new to this. We're open to your thoughts and your feedback. Tell us what you want to hear, and we are here for you, the listeners.
Absolutely.
And if you want to learn more about us and more about Inter Realms, you can find our links in the description below to our Discord, our social media accounts, and SBNI's Twitch accounts as well.
Yes, more chaos coming there. More
chaos coming back in January. We will see you all again soon. Thank you for listening, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Sim.
Bye, Sim.
This has been a production of the Inter Realms Podcast Network. For more information, go to podcast.interrealmssmp.com. You can see the full link in the description of this episode. Thank you for listening.